The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Matt Tour with Insurance Agency Marketing up in snowy Omaha, Nebraska. So hopefully things are much better where you are located, but a lot of snow here in the Midwest here the last few weeks. So we're trying to get through this long, miserable winter. But thanks for joining us today. We're going to be going over some really good information on IRA annuities that really fit in well with making IRA deposits. We have some flexible premium plans. We got some plans that give bonuses over a number of years. Plans that go down to $100 of initial deposit. And we have a lot of different choices when it comes to annuities. You know, very safe investments. You can tie your money to the market. You can go with just a straight fixed rate. We have a lot of great options for you based on the group of products we now offer here at IMES. Thanks for joining us today. We'll probably go about a half an hour on this webinar this morning. If you do have any questions along the way, be sure to get those asked. I'll be glad to get those answered as we go through today's webinar. I'll be glad to get anything answered we can during the time frame. But we do offer our referred producer bonus program still. We do have our marketing reimbursement program. We will give you bonuses based on referrals. You get $50 when that referral gets licensed. You get a 20 basis point override on their business as business comes in. We also have our market reimbursement. We'll put in, typically it's $100 for every $100,000 of premium you submit on indexed annuities now. And you just accumulate money in your account. And as you advertise, maybe you're doing mailings, paying a telemarketer, maybe you're doing a seminar where you need to rent a room, we'll reimburse you half of that cost. So if it costs you $500 for the room, we'll reimburse you $250 for that specific cost. And then you can go ahead and send us receipts for your costs. We'll go ahead and get you reimbursed based on the money that's in your account. So great way for us to help you with your advertising costs. I know a lot of agents really like that perk we have, and a great way for us to help you create more activity, get more clients, and create more income for you as an agent. So really nice combination. We have our new producer builders. It's our perks for business in the first 6 months. You can earn some really nice additional money. You can earn an iPad. You can earn one of our 2 seminar systems, one through Matt Gill, one through Dave Pemper. We also have our Ritz-Carlton weekend travel getaway package. We also offer a Social Security mailing program and a lot of different advertising programs we have available for you based on your production. We also have some nice cash incentives you can choose. Really some nice things to help you create more business or help you with any other programs you need to get taken care of. So really nice program. We have a $100,000 level, a $300,000 level, and a $500,000 level, and some great options there for your additional incentives. We've got a great back office support team here. We've got a great new business team. They scrub all of your applications. They go over any corrections that need to be done with you. They go ahead and do a great job on statusing your cases. We do, of course, have our marketers that help you with case design. We've got really good quoting systems here. We can help you out with your life insurance quotes. Maybe you want to look at a lifetime income rider quote. We can get those done for you. If you want to do some comparisons on how different index strategies have worked in the last 5, 10, 15 years, we can get those quotations done for you. We've got a really good contracting team here that can help you out with getting licensed with any of our companies we have. We'll be going over a number of carriers today, so you can pick and choose on which one of those would work for you. We also have some other opportunities in the creative department that can help you out with advertising needs. Maybe you want to develop your own website. Maybe you want to do some email sends to some of your clients. Maybe you want to do some advertising on social media. We do have a really strong combination there in that creative department. As I mentioned, they can help you out with logo designs. Maybe you want to redo your business cards. Maybe you want to do some newsletters to some clients, maybe do some emails to some clients that can really help you out with getting those put together. Make sure they're going to be a good message you can spread with your information you can send your clients. We also have some really good ideas on redeveloping your logos. Maybe when you update your logo, some current looks, what's been working in today's market. We got some great social media consulting. Maybe when you get some presence on Facebook, that can help you out with doing advertising on your Facebook account. Really some nice stuff you could take advantage of with the creative departments. You can ask for Jacob or Sean. They'd be glad to help you out on that end, and some really good advice they'll give you based on your advertising needs. We got our IMS website. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can go on there anytime you'd like. You got some great tools you can use on that website. We've got our quoting system. You can download forms. We have our annuity rate grid. You can look at our long-term care products, our life insurance products. Everything is on our website you need. We got a great term quoting device. You can look for the best rate for a client based on their health. We also have some other really good ideas in the support tab. You can look at some different sales ideas on the annuity end, some different pieces you can utilize based on getting in front of clients. You can get some really valuable information right off our website there. So definitely want to take advantage of that. If you have not been on our website, the www.imsinc.com is a great location to go to and take full advantage of that. We do have our Retirement Analyzer program. It's a really good client software program you can utilize. It's free of cost to you, and as long as you're writing business through IMS, you can go ahead and utilize that software program. I know that Marcus in our office is our office expert on the system, and it's really a really strong program to utilize to really show a client where they stand today for retirement, what kind of monies they need to save for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years in order to meet their financial stability they're looking for. You can also throw in different twists. Maybe they're looking at premature death of one of the spouses. You can look at nursing home stays. If they want to buy a car, it really depends on what you want to plug into the system. It's really going to kick out some really nice, colorful presentation you can use in regards to your clients there. So definitely take full advantage of that. If it's something you have some interest in, you definitely want to touch base with Marcus, and he'd be more than happy to get that covered with you. We also have our wealth management team. I know Charles Hiring Jr. does a great job with that. He has a couple of other employees he works with, Joan and Michael, and they'd be happy to help you out with anything questions you have on getting started with your Series 65 or getting your wealth management side of your business rolling more. We've seen a nice recovery in the market here this year. It's definitely had a great recovery from what happened the end of 2018. We've seen a lot of people getting back to pretty close to where they were when the market fell last year. We also have a lot of nice platforms that your clients can choose from for their investment needs, and depending if they're more aggressive or more on the conservative side, you can kind of pick the platform that best meets your clients' needs and really move forward from there. But it's a great way to be more overall, be able to handle your clients' needs. The more tools you have on your side that you can utilize, the less you have to refer those clients out. And then the worst thing can happen is you refer a client out to someone that handles the security side. A couple of years later, they move all the money to that person. That's the worst thing can happen, is you lose clients based on referring them to other individuals. So the more you can handle on your side, the better, I always think, and the more sides of the business you can control with your client, the better off you're going to be in keeping that client as a long-term client of yours down the road. So definitely keep that in mind. If it's something you have some interest in, check off yes on that box there. We'll be glad to have Michael or Charles give you a call, kind of go over the whole program with you. They can help you out if you want to look at getting your Series 65 passed. They can help you out with the studying tools on that, and a lot of good information they can give you based on your needs. So that's something you have interest in. Definitely check off yes. Otherwise, I'll be closing this tab here based on that, and we'll go ahead and move forward. We also do our life and annuity academies. I know we do these about once a quarter. Our first one in 2019 is coming up in the middle of March. We're holding it in Dallas, Texas. I know Athene is going to be co-sponsoring that with us, and should be a really strong meeting we're having there in Dallas. We have our next one coming up in May. It's going to be held in Des Moines. I know Equitrust is going to be co-sponsoring that event, so if that's something you want to keep you informed on, I know we're looking about the 8th to the 10th of May. It's a Wednesday through Friday. Should be a really good meeting we're holding there in Des Moines. If that's something you have some interest in, check off yes on the box here. I know it's the first meeting we're actually going to hold in conjunction with Equitrust is a sole sponsor, so it should be some new territory we're covering there. I'm sure they'll have some great information they'll be spreading on their end. Of course, we always have some really good speakers we bring out to these meetings. We have Dave Pimper, our sales coach. We bring in some of our top selling agents to give some really valuable information on getting in front of more clients, helping you close more sales, kind of going through the whole sales process with you. And I think it's really a strong combination you can utilize by attending one of our meetings. But if you would like some additional information on that next meeting in March or in May, definitely check off yes. You'd like to look at that. Otherwise, we'll probably do another one sometime in late summer, early fall, probably be in the September range for our next meeting after May's. And that will probably be in Omaha. This will be at our home office and probably in September. So that should be a more of a well-rounded meeting. We'll have many more carriers involved. We'll be going over a lot more details on some other specifics. You may not get at one of these individual presentations on some of these carriers, but should really be a good meeting we're also going to be holding in probably sometime in September. But if you have some interest in that, mark off yes. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and close this poll here. Get that taken care of. But we go over a lot of good sales tools. I know we go over some software that we will be utilizing, large case scenarios on the life insurance side. We'll be going over industry trends on indexed options, what's been the best returns we've seen lately, which ones are the most popular. We'll go over some good details regarding some of that information also on that during that meeting. So if something has some interest in down the road, definitely give us a call. We also will be announcing our next marketing summit. I know this year's meeting qualification runs through June of 2019, and this year's meeting is going to be to the Naples, Florida. It's going to be the end of August. Should be a really strong meeting. We bring in probably about 50, 60 agents will qualify, so it should be a great time had by all down there in Florida. And we look forward to as many of you qualifying as possible. Once again, I do thank you for joining us today on our meeting. We'll be discussing the use of annuities for IRA deposits. I know we have a lot of different programs we have available to agents that really focus in on those IRA sales, and should be some really good stuff you'll be able to take care of. I know it's not rabbit season right now. It's a little cold and chilly here for that, but we do have IRA season, so it's next best thing to rabbit season here. I know contribution limits for 2018 were $5,500 for ages 0 to 49, $6,500 for ages 50 plus. Of course, there's limitations based on income. So depending on how much your client makes income-wise, their contribution limits may be different. And they just announced in 2019 the contribution limits are going up by $500. So those numbers for 2019 are going to be $6,000 for ages 0 to 49, and then $7,000 from ages 50 plus. That's the first time we've seen them raise those limitations here in a while. So definitely a nice bit of information for you and your clients to utilize. Of course, Roth IRAs, those have much higher limitations for income. You can deposit into a Roth IRA, based on your income levels. You may not qualify for a traditional IRA, but your client would qualify for a Roth. So definitely keep track of those numbers based on those limits. We can send you over our latest tax sheet. Gives you some really good insight on some of the different items of interest on the tax side of the business. That's something you have some interest in getting. Definitely give one of our marketers a call. They'll be glad to get that taken care of for you. We'll be going over some of our carriers that kind of specialize in deposits for IRAs. Some have lower deposit amounts you can put in to have your client qualify for putting dollars into these and not having to put in $20,000, $30,000. They can put in as low as, say, $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000, depending on the company. I know Athene is a company we've been using here for a number of years. They have both indexed and fixed opportunities for you and your clients. They do have a $10,000 minimum on a lot of their contracts. They do go down to $5,000 in certain states. But if you want to put money in, you can do a 2018 and a 2019 deposit if you need to hit that $10,000 mark. Otherwise, you can go with one of their other products that goes to maybe a lower dollar amount. I know they've got that max rate annuity, which is a fixed contract. It's one of the very few fixed plans we have that has a flexible premium. You can put money into the rate guarantee contract and be able to put in additional deposits. I know we see some good play on that. We know that you do have to put in $10,000 minimum to get started with Athene on that contract, but you can put in basically any dollar amount you want after that, and that'll help with that situation. Equitrust is another good carrier we have. They've kind of revamped their product line. I know that they've reduced their minimum deposit on all their contracts now to $10,000. I know they're going to be a little lenient on the Market 10 annuity, which basically is in place of the Market Booster. You can put in as little as $5,000 on that contract, especially during the qualified season. Now you go down to $5,000. So if your client wants to put in a 2018 deposit for $5,000, the Market Booster or the Market 10 is a great annuity. It's got a flexible premium. Your client will earn 6% bonus on any deposits the first 5 years. It has a return of premium guarantee on it. So 3 years down the road, your client wants to get out of this contract. They can get all the principal out, no surrender charges. It's a 10-year contract. Otherwise, you have a 10% free withdrawal starting in the second year. Equitrust also has a fixed rate contract with rates guaranteed in between 3 and 10 years. It does require $10,000 to get into that contract. And that plan is a single premium annuity. So the Certainty Select is a single premium fixed rate annuity, $10,000 minimum, whereas the Market 10 annuity is a $5,000 minimum indexed annuity, 6% bonus on any deposits the first 5 years. So really a nice combination on that. We also carry Life of the Southwest. They have the lowest minimum deposit that is available on any of our annuities. It's a $100 deposit to start with. They have 2 contracts that allow that, the Platinum and the Paramount 5, 2 very competitive annuities through Life of the Southwest. We could do quotes for you on that. If you have clients that want to just get started in saving money towards retirement, that's a great contract to go with because it doesn't require a lot of initial money to get involved. And it's definitely a good option to look at based on what Life of the Southwest has to offer. But that'd be a really good product to look at based on those needs. National Western Life has always been very competitive in the qualified money market. They do go down to $2,000 on deposit. They've got their Ultra Future, which has a 9% premium bonus the first year, 4 3/4 bonus the years 2 through 5. It just requires a 2% initial deposit, or a $2,000 deposit initially, and it's a really strong indexed annuity. Otherwise, their Ultra Classic also has a $2,000 minimum initial deposit. Currently has a 4.45 fixed rate. It has a 9% annual point-to-point strategy and has a 10% commission up to age 70 on qualified money. So if you got a client that's putting in less money, they're only putting in $2,000, you want to make as much commission as you can. That Ultra Classic with National Western pays the most of anybody we have out there, and they pay a 10% commission up to age 70 on qualified money. So that's a good plan to look at. The Protector One is another good plan that National Western Life has. It's a fixed rate contract. So it's a interest rate that fluctuates based on the market. So it starts at one location, and then every year it's going to have a renewal rate on it. And we do see a number of those being sold through our group. I do not have the current rate on that one, but it is a competitive first-year rate on National Western Life. So they got some good plans there. They also have the Impact Series. They have a 7-year and a 10-year on that end, and a really nice combination of programs available with them. North American is another company we see sold a lot in this IRA type of business. Say the Performance Choice Series. It's an 8-year or a 12-year. You can go with or without a bonus. If you go without a bonus, the rates are higher. They have tons of different strategies available on their contracts. You can tie your money to the Hang Seng Index, which is a Chinese index. You can tie it to the Euro stock, the Russell 2000, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, the S&P. I mean, they've got more strategies to choose from than anyone else does. They go down to $2,000 on initial deposit on qualified funds on both their 8-year and their 12-year contract. And you can choose kind of which direction you want to go in. If you want to pay for a bonus, they do give you a 3% bonus the first 5 years on all deposits on the 8-year contract. Otherwise, if you go with the 12-year, it's a 5% bonus the first 5 years. Really a strong combination. We see a lot of North American business coming in right now, especially on some of these IRA choices, and really a strong combination. One of the few companies out there that is going to give you that bonus for a number of years. They only require $2,000 initial deposit. And as I've seen in the past, if you send money into a company, I've never seen a company return funds based on not accepting those dollars. So for clients that wants to put an additional $250 in or $500, just go ahead and send a check in. I'm sure they'll take it from you. Sage Select, it's a really good annuity through Sagicor. It has a $2,000 initial deposit. However, it is a single premium plan, so if you want to put additional deposits into a contract, that plan is not the one to go with. They do have competitive rates of a 2% fixed rate, 4% annual point-to-point cap based on the S&P. But as I mentioned, it does not have some of the features that some of these other contracts have with more flexibility on premiums and having more index strategies available to choose from. So that is something to keep in mind. Atlantic Coast Life is a company we've had. It's really strong in the fixed rate market. They've got a product that offers anywhere between 5 and 10 years on the interest rate. For instance, their 10-year has a 5.2 first-year rate, 4.2 guaranteed years 2 through 10, so it's going to be over like a 4.25, 4.3 10-year rate guarantee. You can put as little as $5,000 into that contract. It is a single premium policy, so you can only put one deposit into that. But they do have a very strong array of rates available anywhere between 5 and 10 years in duration. So really a strong combination there. Commission-wise, they do pay a competitive commission on their 5 and 6-year, also their 7-year contracts. And it's really good for someone that doesn't want to be in the index. They want to have their money straight fixed. This probably has one of the best choices for rates we have anywhere. Sentinel Life has our personal choice annuity. It's another indexed annuity we have. It's available through IMS. Sentinel's been a very strong carrier with us in the past, and they do have some versatility on what they'll take on their personal choice annuity is a fixed rate annuity. It's very similar to the Atlantic Coast contract. However, it is approved in different states than the Atlantic Coast contract is. So you do have the option of going with some different options based on the state the client's in, and be able to look at the Sentinel versus the Atlantic Coast and choose the one that's going to be the best combination for your client. On Sentinel right now, I know they've got plans available in California, Florida, Minnesota. They've got some great fixed rates, and a lot of states have a 4% rate guaranteed for 5 years. You can put as little as $2,500 into that contract. So it does have a lower minimum deposit than Atlantic Coast does, and is available in different states in Atlantic Coast. So depending on what state you're in, you're going to be able to use either Sentinel or the Atlantic Coast Life. I do appreciate you joining us today. I know I try to keep this down to about 30 minutes in duration. I know we went through a lot of information in our meeting today. If you would like for us to send you out specifics on a carrier we covered, I'd be glad to get that done. I'm going to go ahead and launch a quick poll here. If you would like to get some details sent to you on one of the companies we covered today, just mark off yes. I will call you after the webinar itself, and then I will go over, anything you may have interest in, question-wise or whatever, based on today's webinar. I'll follow up with everyone probably either this afternoon or tomorrow morning on today's meeting. I do appreciate taking time out of your day to take a look at what we have available here through IMS on some of these indexed opportunities and fixed rate opportunities on the IRA side. I know with the tax time of year we're in now, some people are looking for write-offs based on traditional IRAs. They're looking at building up their Roth IRA accounts. They want to put additional deposit in for 2019 or 18 for Roth IRA deposits. Of course, those grow tax-free, and then when you take money out of those are tax-free withdrawals. So really a good way to cut down on tax rates for you and your beneficiaries. Of course, that could be passed on to a beneficiary, is a tax-free investment. And we do see some good money being rolled into Roth IRAs still, and it's really a great way for clients to move money on to the next generation tax-free. So great opportunities there. Any questions you have, give me a buzz. This is Matt, 800-255-5055. Again, I'll be making some calls here this afternoon and tomorrow to go over any specific questions you may have. Otherwise, everyone enjoy their week. Hopefully things are warmer where you are than here, and we'll look forward to our next piece of business with you. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye now.